3-0.
Big 3-0. Hi, welcome to episode Big 3-0. We could call it that. Of the 3&6 podcast. Today we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to freeball this, and I'm telling you that now. We're going to talk about the agency structure at 3&6, why we think it's different, and why we think it's beneficial to clients. Chris, what is it that makes 3&6 so different? Is it the dashingly handsome co-founders or the service?
Oh, definitely the service.
Service.
Definitely the service. I think it's down to the approach. Definitely down to the approach and of how the agency's structured.
Yes.
And I think that's more. I think to talk more wide about the industry itself is that there seems to be an accepted model for agencies, and again, that doesn't just go through. That isn't just unique to the hotel industry. It's kind of just the agency model in general, where you've got people that do the work in the background.
Yep.
And then you've got people that talk about the work in the foreground.
Yep.
But there's a skill set mismatch. There's a knowledge transfer issue when you've got that.
We describe it as you can either hire someone who can talk to computers or someone who can talk to humans.
Yeah.
And the unicorn is someone who can talk to both.
Yes.
And that's the difference with us.
Yeah, very much so. It makes recruitment a lot more complicated.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot more complicated. But when you find that unicorn, it makes all the difference. It makes a huge difference.
It massively does. And sometimes we've put our structure across, and it's bitten us on the ass because we'll go onto calls and we'll say, hey, we don't have account managers, we have account practitioners who happen to be the managers as well. And it's fallen flat a couple of times. I'm like, so who's my point of contact? If this person's doing my work, who am I talking to? It's the same.
It's the same person.
Yeah. Like, they do exist.
Yeah. What was happening before was you were talking to somebody else that wasn't doing the work, and they probably needed that bit of information. The amount of times that go back to calls that you and I have been on over the years, where somebody has just given a piece of information. It could be anybody on that call. They've given a piece of information, and a light bulb moment's just gone off. Oh, I can use that because that will help with this campaign, or we can do X with it, and it just goes off and morphs into something either really unique or really special, or just something new and fun to test. Might not work out, but at least you're getting information back, or it might be the next thing that's just huge.
Especially in the US, where most of our team are. I think 80% of our team are in the US.
Yeah, around that.
99.9% of our clients are in North America.
Yeah.
We have one client east of New York.
Yep. And it's other agencies are not dissimilar.
No.
The work itself is often offshored intentionally. So you've got an American voice,
account manager.
Yeah. That's speaking to you, but perhaps South American, it could be Middle East, Indian, European, whatever it could be. Somebody else that's doing the work. Well, from our point of view, it doesn't matter where you're from, because the globe is our recruitment pot. It doesn't matter where they're from, as long as they've got that ability to be able to do the work, but communicate it in such a way that you actually understand what was happening.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, a lot of hotels don't sometimes understand on these calls that the person they're speaking to isn't the one doing the work.
Yeah.
They don't know there's this game of telephone, they call it in the US.
Exactly.
They call it something a little different, of having to pass messages on and then waiting to get back. And it's always frustrated me hearing, when we've been on calls, perhaps with other agencies, and it's like a multi-group project, saying, I can't get you the answer right now, I'll get back to you in X number of days. If you're on a call and you're representing an agency and you're talking about a business line, you should be able to speak with authority.
Yeah. Well, that client there is asking you a question, and you're meant to know the answer. Well, I mean, you may not necessarily know the total answer if it's one of those hypothetical what's happening with the industry, but it's even as far as, well, what did you do here, or what's happened and why has this happened specifically with my account? That's where I have a real problem with it.
Yeah, I agree, and it's the same with the other departments, not just pay, like the social, the organic, the web side of things. All of it it's done by us. We deliver the service, and I think that's another differentiator. We don't have a bank of offshore development. Well, technically, I guess there are offshore because There are a lot of them in Europe, but they are our developers.
Yeah.
And they're not people that we're outsourcing things to in South America, etc. When we're dealing with US clients. And there's a nuances of language and design, and I think a lot of people miss this just chasing cheaper resources, and it bites them in the butt.
Yeah, and I think as well, there's an element of trying to get a cheaper resource. That's it. So if you can find somebody that is not based in America, that can do the work cheaper, but I don't have to put them in front of a client and have a call. I don't have to pay as much as the perceived idea. But then I think we've seen evidence of this. We've taken on team members that have come from other agencies in the industry, and they're saying when we compare the workload of what they're doing, even if you're segmenting it, account management and account practitioner, so talking and doing. When we've taken on the doers, you're asking them how many clients that they've got. It's ridiculous. When you merge the two, you can't take on that many hotels. It's just physically not possible to do a high level quality service. But when you segment it, there seems to be a decision making that says, oh, you can actually take on a shit ton more. You can take on 2, 3, 4 times, and we have seen that 4 times the amount of hotels that we give our digital marketers with one person. We were talking with one team member, and we were asking, how much time did you have to actually spend on the accounts per week? It was like 10 minutes. Yeah. Realistically, when you factored in internal meetings, it's like, well, that's not account management.
It's not. It's not account management. It's barely even account awareness.
Yeah.
It's, oh no, nothing's on fire. Right, okay, I'll try again next week and make sure nothing's burning down. And the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, or the dessert.
For the US. Yeah, we're seeing more and more groups and individuals wanting to come over to 3&6 for the model. Did you see there was a message from somebody we worked with who said that there is real magic on the team, and I think that's the way we work. It's the sort of the culture we've tried to foster, the empowerment we give the people, and the fact that we genuinely care about the life work balance. Yeah, and I think it's working. Happy teams, happy customers. Yeah, reasonably happy founders. Because we're just grumpy middle-aged men. So
especially on a Friday,
swing and a miss sometimes.
Yeah, but I think that again, that magic, it goes down to the model and the people that we're recruiting, because they've got that ability. And obviously we've been sat on the same interviews before. We've had people come in, and you're thinking that person there is absolutely amazing, probably one of the best technical digital marketers that we've seen, or social media people, or whatever it is. But when we've asked them to explain what they've done, or put it forward as if they're talking to us as a client, fall completely flat on the face. Therefore, they're not right. They couldn't handle the environment that we've created, and the expectation that we've set with our hotel clients, and the partnership model that we put in place. I think that's really, really key. Finding somebody that is 100% in both, I think, is impossible. Yeah. But it's what's the trade-off? So splitting it and trying to find someone that's nearly 100% there and nearly 100% here, I think collectively,
close enough.
Well, I'm thinking when you separate it, I think it's worse. So when we're going back and trying to find someone, it's like it's trying to find that balance with skill set.
Agree. I think we've got it right. I think the structure, the location, the decentralized nature, and I think the fact that we've grown over 200% again in 2025 is a testament to what we're doing.
Yeah, and again, all hotels based in the US.
Yep.
Largely with clients, and we're going to replace them all with AI. Yeah.
I think what my colleague is trying to say
I for one welcome our robot overlords.
Is that we value very much our team and would never be able to replace them with really cheap AI models that sometimes get it wrong.
No, but to be fair, the clients are all going to get replaced, and we're going to be replaced.
We are just being AI talking to AI, billing an AI,
and an AI
sat here doing a podcast.
Yeah, and then an AI goes on holiday.
If that made sense, and you'd like to be part of this exciting journey, get in touch with us, however you want, really. Email.
Use your AI.
Get your AI, my AI, to talk to your AI, and see if we can help you. Until next time, thank you very much.